All right, gang. Welcome back. Welcome back to another Checo Forex live stream. Hope everybody had a fantastic day today, as always. And let's dive in. Let's go into our top-down analysis here. And let me start off with gold. I was on the NAS chart, but let's start off with gold here. I'm just gonna cut right to the 4-hour time frame and do our markups right quick. Right, mark our levels. Right. So this is where we're at right now. This resistance level right here, we're kind of tapping right into it there. We kind of wicked above. This candle closed in about 25 minutes, so we'll see if we're gonna get a break, right? Let me just move this down there, just a slight. I think it could come down more. I mean, go up more. I would say like right there on the wick. Yeah, perfect. All right, so we're currently above that level at the moment. Let's see if we're planning to break and drive up, right? We have our highs up here, but we do have slight resistance in this area. We'll see. We're gonna come up to about 26.47 is possible. We got a closure above. We're gonna come back into this range. So, but if we reject from here, then possibly come right back down the range. And we have that bottom of the range right down here. I would say safely right around that 26.07, 6.05, 6, something like that. But this range right here. And we're currently breaking slightly above this resistance here, but let's see if we're going to close above, right? We drop it down to the 1 hour. Previous 1 hour, no bottom wick. We still have the same range. On the 1 hour, it will be about 26.06. And yeah, we have that right here. 1 hour. Yeah. On the previous 1 hour, we did close below the resistance level. Came down, and now this 1 hour candle's fighting to break above. Let's see. We did close below off the 1 hour. So this could be a top wick, and let's see if we'll get a flip here. It's possible. We might come down and make this bottom wick and continue to drive down. But if we do push up and close above, then I would expect this to continue to move up, right? Then we have about 26.50, 26.48, 26.50 range. So we might come back to test these levels up here. All right. But while we wait, we got some time left. Let's take a look at the NASDAQ and do a top-down analysis here, right? So the NASDAQ, bullish, super bullish. But let's look at the 4 hour. Yeah, the 4 hours is just, I mean, we're on a super bull run here. All right, but off the 4 hour, right, we have this high right here. Well, actually, let me use this high right here. We already wicked into it, so like that. So this would be our resistance there. Well, we do have this support here, which would be this level right here as well. You see how we wicked into it here, rejection there and got pushed down, and we stayed below until we broke out, retest, but haven't continued upwards, right? So we're kind of same range as we were in here. We're in this range here on the 4 hour. So what I would assume is if we break above, we should continue up. What is the high up here? Let's look to the left. Yeah, we have some ranges to the left. So yeah, it can come up to about 20,475. You know, the wick has 20,794, but yeah. So we'll see if we're gonna break above, see how we're wicking at this area here, but it's either we break above or this is the end of it here and we're gonna trickle back down, and if we come back down, then we will probably target these lows down here. Yeah, so let's see the NASDAQ, it's in that small range here, so we're kind of right in the middle of it. Not much we can do with that there. As far as gold, again, the 4 hour, currently 21 minutes left. We're respecting this level right here. It's 1 hour resistance there, so you see where This is what I want to wait for. I want to see how this current candle is going to close. Again, remember, we have no bottom wick here. So, you know, we might get this level to reject gold from here. And then once we came up, now we get a bearish close. We get a little bit of a top wick. Then we can take ourselves down, back down the range here. We'll have to wait. Yeah. There's fear. Things could be escalating, you know, with the war um, in the Middle East. You know what I mean? We got Israel and Iran and all that mess over there. So it could get pretty ugly. But you know, if there's any retaliation by Israel from the last attack that Iran had on them, this thing could just this could have been our low right here. We'll wait and see. Just waiting on candle closures, gang. That's all I'm waiting on. See how this next candle is gonna close. Are we gonna break or we're gonna stay below? There's that bearish reaction. Yeah, I'm expecting some sort of rejection from this area. It's since breaking out, it's the first time it's retesting here. So not to say it won't break out, but I feel like it'll probably push down first, then maybe come and try to retest and break the second time. It's possible we might get a little bit of a sell, especially to come down, make this bottom wick here. We can catch about 50, 60 pips on this dropping. But I want to wait for this candle to close in the next 9 minutes, because if it pushes bullish and closes above, then that invalidates the sells for me. Hey, Asad, what's up, my brother? Yeah, I think so too. I think that if it holds, right? We still got 6 minutes left. I want to make sure we close below. If we get a bearish close, even better. But if this candle were to close above, I would wait. All right, let's see. 5 minutes to closure here. All right, 2 minutes. And the 4 hours closing bullish too. This thing closes above and we get a break. I mean, it's possible this thing can run up for sure. All right, pull back down here. All right, we got about 49 seconds. Let me zoom in on this candle here. This candle drove up, got rejected, closed below that resistance. Now this candle was pushing up, but got pushed back down with 23 seconds left. Let's see. Is it going to spike up and close above, or is it going to remain below? It's pushing down here. All right, let's see. 10 seconds. Oh, see that spike up? It closed right at it. Wow, right at the last second, it pushed up and closed right at the line there. I don't know, gang. I mean, it didn't, technically it didn't close above, but, oh, as a matter of fact, let me move this up. Look at this. Right there. Yeah, so we did close below, but, all right, so we could say it closed below, but look at this push up. Gold is running. This candle might want to come up and take out those highs and then reflip. Let's see. Ooh, nice. If this candle flips, gang, I'm gonna take a sell here. Right at the break of the lows here. Not there. Right here. Yeah, 2633.50. Yeah. I'll wait for the re-break and then I'm gonna bring it down here. 26.27. If we re-break. And my stops are gonna be let's see if this one re-breaks the highs there first. Because I might use previous candle stops, like this candle wick here, or current candle high. I'll wait and see. What the heck? Yo, all right, let me just do it as long as something's up here with this. It'll be something like that. All right, so I have a sell stop here, gang. If this candle reflips bearish, once it re-breaks its low, it should activate us and down, at least take a wick for this candle here. But let's see. If this thing drives up, then it drives. Yeah, I think so too. I think they're trying to like wick all the sellers out here. But I'm gonna wait for the re-break of the current low because we did close below. So this thing could be pushing up, making a wick, and then flip, come down. Let's see. I got my sell stop at 2633.50 entry when it comes back down, if it does. If it runs, and then we'll look for position later on. If not, you know. All right, guys. I think we got activated. Yeah. All right, so I'm activated here on the sell. Came back and rebroke the lows. Let's see, we're gonna drive down now. We wicked up, right? Came up and grabbed this wick up here, and now here we drive down here. All right. Goodness. All right, this is where we're at now, gang. Let's see how this plays out. see what the NASDAQ is doing here. NASDAQ should be running up a little bit more. I think it might want to retest up here. Let me see. Is there anything? We got that wick. This we break. There's a lot more that that the NASDAQ can do. I mean, much more. Jeez. It's just ranging in this area here. It would be best to either wait for the break of either level, either down or to the upside. But yeah, I'm not touching that tonight. Not during Asia. It moves too slow. All right. Let's see if we're gonna start moving down here. We'll focus on this trade here for now. We have 40 pip stops on this trade, by the way. Small risk. It's not a lot. Let's see. Again, I was expecting some sort of rejection at this level here, and also coming down to make this bottom wick for this candle. But it drives, but I'm expecting this to pull back down. Where's the 4 hour? Yeah, so 4 hour closed bullish, but this 4 hour needs a bottom wick. If it's gonna push up, we should at least come down and make this bottom wick. Need a steeper wick. A lot steeper. Let's see. Will we flip? Let's see. It's probably trying to come and re-break this previous high. Just kind of grab this wick here and then probably flip. Let's see. If we break this high and run up, then we'll manage risk there. But I think that is gonna flip. I'm just hoping we don't get wicked out before flip. Hey Yashin, what's up, brother? Yeah, we have I put stops here. I'm not risking more than 40 pips. We did come close to stops here, but we did come out and take out this previous wick high, and look, now we're pushing down. Um, Looking at the 4 hour, I mean, we did make a bottom wick, but I would expect a steeper wick, especially again this 4 hour close below previous 4 hours, so we failed to break above, but you know, I'm expecting some sort of rejection. I think I mentioned earlier that once we broke out of this range, right, we were ranging in here, right, and we set this low here, and this was the support at the time. You know, we broke below, then we ranged, and now we're creeping back up here. You know, I wouldn't expect this to break on the first attempt. You know, I would expect some sort of, you know, rejection, come down, maybe back then retest this minor support here, and then maybe if we're gonna push up, we push up, but if we're gonna come back down the range, it's fine too. Oh, and there we go again. We're kind of coming down here. All right, let's see. We got about 28 minutes on this candle too, so yeah, let's see if this will go in our favor, and we should be good. So we make this high, right? We make this wick high here, taking out this wick high here, right? So that's fine. We grab that wick. Now we're coming back down. So I'd say if we come back down and we re-break the current candle lows, you know, there's no reason why this candle should reflip and take out its own high once it comes down and re-breaks its own low. So, but we'll see. I mean, it pulled down, but it's still ranging here. Hasn't re-broke the lows here, so we'll wait. All right, Yash. Yeah. I get a lot of people probably get that wrong. Yeah. Oh, you took pineapples? What entry? Oh, 2634. Oh, 0.76. All right. Yeah, brother. Here's what the risk. I mean, like I said, the risk is a small risk here. I could have a steeper TP, but I'm just trading for the wick here, so I'm taking a 50, about a 45 pip profit here. Or we can take it down here. This is where I think the correction should come down to if we're gonna reject from this area, but we could have runners, but there's also this area right here as well. Yeah, right around our TP. That's good. I'm good with that TP. I just want to flip here. Yeah, once we re-break these lows and take out the lows, then I'll go break even. The previous 1 hour lows. That should put us up about to about 16 pips. What I wouldn't want, to be honest with you, is you know, we got about 26 minutes. We did make a nice pullback here, but this 1 hour candle closes above, then you know, we could still probably have a chance to get out if we make a top wick and then come back down. But closing above could be a little dangerous for our particular setup. Okay. When you say trading bots, like you have a bot you use specifically, like an EA? What do you use, Ashin? What are you using? Keep an eye on the NASDAQ. See these wick rejections on the NAS right here. There's only one time I actually tapped into the level here, wicked into it, but it's failed to really push up. Like, we have this resistance more than anything here. So I marked it up with this one. Okay. It's possible this thing can come up here again and then come down. All right, go. Can we flip? Can we flip? If we get the 1 hour flip and it closes below and it closes bearish, yeah, that'll be fantastic. We won't find out for another 24 minutes, right? Oh, you mean? Oh, yeah. I've seen those. Yeah, those YouTube bots. I mean, I don't. I mean, I've never kind of like what I say used them, but I've seen them on YouTube here and there. How reliable are those things? To be honest with you, I mean, I don't know if they're reliable or not. Would I be able? Let me see if I can. Yeah, so I want to see if I can. I'll be able to look one up here. Why is this thing not working? Oh, there it goes. Because you said a diamond algo. Let me give it a shot. Let's see what it looks like. Gotta look it up here and see if I can share it with you guys on stream. I just want to take a look at it. Man, freaking computer's like lagging like a motherflower. It's taking forever. I don't know why it won't load up. I can look it up. Diamond. Where's this diamond algo? See what pops up over here. Oh shit, live goal 1 minute. Yeah, so which one do you use? The one with the what about this one? There's a guy here on the, let me see. Let me click on this one. Oh no, but this isn't the one you said. This is a different one. Let me see if I can share this with you guys. Let me see if I can am I able to share this? Oh yeah. Yeah, you guys can see it, but it's loading up. Let me see if it'll come up. Hold on. On the 1 minute chart. Look at this, guys. This is Diamond Algo Gold. Take a look here. Is it playing? Am I able to make this larger? Oh, this guy, it's like a stream. Look at this, people commenting on it. All right, let's see. So, But my computer's like freaking lagging. I'm trying to see if oh, I see what he got. Look, he has his entry. Well, this guy has a buy here. Look, it says he took a buy. Oh, he took a buy way back here. So this bot, this guy has coming up to 2650. Holy smoke! Yeah, my computer's lagging, guys. I don't know what the hell's going on. This is annoying as hell. I don't know what's up with this, but I get your drift. I personally don't use those bots like that. But yeah, I get it, gosh. I mean, you know, I mean, there's a lot of tools out there. I mean, some of those, like EA bots, they could work from time to time, I guess. I don't, the thing with the bots for me is more the human element. I think they don't factor in news or things like that. They go by, I would say, like candlestick levels. Like if it breaks a high or breaks a support, it'll trigger like a buy signal, or if it breaks a support, it'll trigger a sell signal, which is somewhat what we do. But a lot of times, like I wouldn't rely on a bot, for CPI or FOMC or NFP and things like that, because the market could be extremely volatile. So it has its benefits. I guess you can know when to use them, when not to, but it's interesting. And those bots are just on the YouTube. They just have them running there. But I don't know. I personally don't know if I can trust them like that. But it's good to know. Okay, yeah. So they use other indicators, volumes, things like that. Yeah, it's definitely interesting. Definitely interesting. Might be something this weekend. I'll probably take some time to just like look into that stuff and see, maybe back test it and see how reliable they are. They're useful, and the win rate is not bad. Hey, listen, whatever can help you get an edge in the markets, it's definitely something to look into. Now we're pulling back up here, gang. 16 minutes left. It's not looking good for us right now. So we have our stops are this, but see how we wicked into this here, section here. That's about 26. Yeah, nearly 26.39. Yeah, I'm good. I'm only gonna risk these 40 pips on this trade. If we get wicked out, I'll reassess and wait. I still think we're gonna make our way down at some point here, but who knows, right? This will be the first candle to um, close above this level here. I would have expected the first time to test this level, we would have gotten some sort of rejection here, but it's pulling up. So let's see. We're still in it though. Still in this trade. Let's let it play out. Let's see if we get a push down here. Yeah, Los, I believe it will. We have to make a correction here, but as I was saying, this level, once we broke below this support level, it's the first time we're retesting, right? This first candle came up, wicked above it, closed below, and has no bottom wick. This candle, although it's a small bearish, it tried to make a push up but closed below. Now this candle's pushing up, but I would have thought that once we took out these highs, we would reflip bearish and come down, make a wick for this candle here, maybe retest this support right here. See the support? So it will come back. Let's say we came back, made this impulse, then come back down, retest, and then maybe break. But like I said, if we get a candle, this candle closes above in the next 14 minutes, you know, the chances of it coming back down into the range our chances are, you know, they diminish a little bit more. But see, we made this out, we grabbed this wick, and then see how we kind of pushed down. Earlier we were even further down, we got pushed all the way down here and then reflipped again. So let's see if we can come back down and re-break this support here and close below, right? Close below the resistance level. And I also marked this level. You see, in this entire mess, we had some resistance here. Then we had this wick rejection here. We had support, right? Wick rejection off that support. And that's what this line is. But I'm personally not going to move my stop loss higher because I don't want to risk more than 40 pips on this trade. But not to say, if we do get wicked out, this might be where it's going to reject from and then come back down. So it's possible that during London you might want to consider an entry for a sell from here if we close below. But I'm banking on this level holding. But you know, time's running out. We got about a little over 12 minutes left, and we're kind of just in this area here. Let's see. What's my strategy? Well, just support and resistance. That's basically, you know, I keep it simple. I go based on the levels here. So I mark my areas. When we get these breaks, we come up, and like I said, this trade, the analysis behind it is expecting a rejection. These previous these two 1 hour candles closed below this resistance, so I was expecting this to make a top wick, which it did, and then flip. But after making the top wick, it has not flipped bearish yet. But again, right, it's all in the hands of probability. I would take this setup 10 out of 10 times. Tools, not just use the horizontal line. Sometimes I use this, you know, just to mark levels and, you know, shade in areas and things like that. So, you know, I try to keep it simple. I don't use much. Like you know, I when I do my analysis sometimes for myself during the weekends to prepare for the next week, you know, I've used like the Ichimoku cloud. I've used that several times, but I use the Ichimoku cloud mostly, to be honest with you, when I analyze the monthly or the weekly charts. So for example, let me see if I can zoom out on this here. So here we go. So this is off the monthly. So when I use Ichimoku, I look at what the direction of the market is going to be and things like that, but that's for an overall trend or for swing trades. But I don't do those, not on my live, and I don't do those on my trading signal platform either. I do those personally for myself. But as far as using them on a daily basis, no, I don't. I technically just use, you know, horizontal trend lines. I use very regularly, I would say. You know. Oh, you know what's a good indicator? Let me share this with you guys. Let me see. I haven't used it, but it's this one. You see where it says here on the? Can you see this on the screen? It says swing high, low, support resistance from Pattern Smart. This one right here. You guys can look it up. Let me show you how it works. This one is good. I use this from time to time, and this works on any time frame. But it marks. You see these levels. It marks like the highs and the lows, support, resistance, things like that. So, it gives you the markings of previous support levels and stuff like that, so you can know where to catch your breakouts from. In this case, if it comes back down, this red line is here. If it comes back down and breaks this level here, then you would know to come down. It's a good indicator. It's called what was it again? Support, support and resistance. There's a swing high, low, support and resistance. That's what you guys want to kind of take note of that right here from Pattern Smart. Just keep in mind this one right here. It's a great indicator to use, for the breakouts. It's one of my favorites to use. When did I start trading? I've been trading for 6 years, a little over 6 years now. I didn't start streaming till, I don't know, I've been streaming like 3 months, 3 or 4 months. I think I started, kind of dabbling with this. I wasn't much into doing any streaming, but I used to watch a lot of streamers. But I was where I learned most of the little bit that I know, as far as when to enter and break and retest and stuff like that. I learned from a streamer called Raja Banks, and then watched him for a little while. But then who I would say kind of picked up on their particular strategy and kind of learned to more self-discipline than anything else was with the Time to Eat with this streamer called Nick Stewart, the Time to Eat Elite. Those guys, they stream the New York session, I think, every day. So, I would think that you guys will learn a lot. So he streams the New York session. I don't stream during New York because I'm too busy with my trading platform and stuff like that. But those guys, bro, are legit. You can learn a lot. They have a lot to offer. Great community, and I trade the Asia session. So you guys coming in, hanging out with me here, and then I get to teach you what I know. And like I said, I don't win every trade, but for the most part, especially on live stream, we've won most trades here on the live stream. But it's more of the knowledge, also exercising discipline, and I like to explain. I like to explain why I take the trade. I tell my students every time, when you take a trade, win or lose, if your playbook setup is there, you execute and you take your trade. If you traded your strategy, traded your plan, win or lose, you did the right thing. Managing risk is a big part of trading too. You don't want to take a trade and take your stop loss off because you assume or you believe or you're confident that the market's gonna come back down, and you end up taking your stop loss off, and then this thing starts running. I did a lot of that stuff when I started. I used to take my stop losses off. I used to do gap trades. I used to trade gap trades, and sometimes they would take 4 or 5 days to fill, and I'd be holding some massive drawdowns. Some of those gap trades wiped my accounts out. I blew a bunch of accounts when I was learning, and just things you do. I mean, I'm not sure if you guys have gone through any of those things in the past, but the hardest thing, to master in trading, for me in my journey, has been discipline. Right, discipline is not FOMOing on any trade, and managing risk. That's it. That's the key to everything, in my opinion. Is discipline, right? It's trading is 80% waiting, 20% trading. So I would advise that if your setup isn't there, just don't take the trade. See, my setup was here. I waited for this candle to close, right? Then when this candle closed below support, when we got in, it had pulled up. So I set a sell stop. I said, okay, it's gonna make this top wick, and then on the reflip, takes out the lows, we should continue down. I'm telling you, 80% of the time, it plays out just like that. That's why I would take this trade 10 out of 10 times. But in a case like this one, we came down, got this wick, got activated, and now it's pushing up. Took out this wick, grabbed the liquidity, and like I said, if we get wicked out, it's fine, but we do have this resistance here where it could be possible that this is where the rejection will come from, and I'm okay with that. You know how many times I moved my stop loss on trades and blew my account? I've done that a bunch of times. But you learn from those things in time, I don't stress over losses as much anymore. It is what it is. You just manage risk, use proper lot size, and you'll be fine. If we get stopped out here, I lose 40 pips. I lose way less. Lose like 0.3% of my account. That's nothing. I manage risk. For a lot of people, 40 pips could be $4,000 because they over leveraged. They went in too big. So if any advice I would give you is exercise discipline. Exercise discipline. Lot size, it depends. Right now I'm in at a 1 lot here on this trade particularly. So I'm risking $400 if I hit stops. So we almost got wicked out here. You see, came up. I'm sure. Yeah, I'm still in here. Let me show you guys. Hold on. I want to show you guys. Can I? Yeah, there you go. Look at my screen right there. See my trade at the bottom here is a sell, 1 lot. My entry. I'm in drawdown. There you go. If we hit stops, I'll lose $400. Like I said, that's it. That's my risk. Excuse me. Excuse me. We're still in it. Let's see if we're gonna get wicked out or we're gonna survive this. Yeah, but we got 1 minute left. I would have thought this one would flip, but see, this is the candle that's gonna close above here. Now, that's not to say that this could be a fake out and then the next candle can start driving down, but for the next candle to drive down, it's gonna need a top wick, and that's the wick that might wick us out here. But it's all good. There's $7. Oh, South African rand. I'm not saying it's chump change. Listen, I'm not, a gazillionaire by any stretch, but I'm just saying, based on my trading account, that's what I'm willing to risk, and that's what I'm talking about. Talking to you guys about that. When you trade, you're gonna take. Oh, there goes. Oh, all right, we got stopped out here. All right, so we got stopped out. I'm going to this here. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So we took the loss here, gang, tonight. Again, We trade our plan. Now, I can assess the market, and apparently we are on a super bullish run here. So what do we do here? Now we wait, right? So we have this next level right here, right? Now gold might want to continue to run up. And see that I expected this here. So we closed. I said the next candle is going to need a top wick if we're going to come back down. But now we made a bottom wick first. This thing could make this bottom wick and then flip and continue to move up. So now we wait. Yeah, that's that account is funded. It's a live funded account. Yes, it's a Profirm account. Yeah, we come into this range, and this is a massive range here. Hey, listen, I wouldn't put it past gold. If this was the bottom on gold, I had gold coming down to 25.90. But this could have been the low here. Look, we rejected many times off this level. Now that I'm looking at it, now we broke this right here. This range we were in, this is the first time we break into it here. Let me remove this line here. So now that we came right back into this range here, now it gets interesting, right? That's why I was expecting a rejection. Once we broke out, we come back and retest. It's a typical break, retest, continuation. Now it could still happen. Many times, we break above the level and it's simple fake out, comes right back in the range. It happens, But if we broke out here, it continued to drive up. So gets interesting, but we won't really know where we are until we get candle closures. See, going back to the 4-hour, look at this 4-hour candle for example. Now I'll explain to you how to understand how this works. Now, this previous candle closed below. Now, although the 1 hour closed above, this not to say this candle has 2 hours and 57 minutes left. So this candle can still make a top wick and still come back down, and before the candle closes in the next 3 hours or so, it can reflip bearish and come back in the range, and then we can take that trade once we get the 4-hour candle closure. But at this point, I'm not gonna stay on stream for the next 3 hours to take that trade. But let's see. Like I said, this thing could have just been a fake out, or it could be rejecting from this area here. See this level here? It could reject from there and then come back down. So, like I said, we got wicked out at our stop loss, but that doesn't mean the trade won't play out. So we could still get a pull down and for it to come back into the range here. How can you pass your first funded account? The advice I can give you again is have discipline and don't over leverage. You do have your loss limits on these accounts. You gotta play by their rules, right? So just trade your account. Don't over trade. Just most of these funded accounts have no time limit. So that was helpful when I first started trading these funded accounts. They had like a 30-day or 60-day limit to pass or whatever it was, but now there's no limit. So just go small, take your trades on a daily basis if you can, but that doesn't mean you have to trade every single day. If there's no setup, there's no setup. It's okay to have a no trade day. That's my advice, is just don't try to pass your challenge in a too constrained timeline. Like, don't give yourself, try to pass the funded account in 2 weeks. It can happen, but it put too much pressure on yourself. So just forget about the timeline and just trade. Just trade every day. Wait for your setup and you execute when your setup is presented. But that's about it. What level I think it'll drop to? If we going back, I'm gonna do that off the 4-hour. If this 4-hour reflips bearish, right? in the next 3 hours or so, right? This is what I would say. This 4-hour reflips, comes back down and closes below this 2634 level here that we marked up, right? What I would say is it will come back into range. At the minimum, it'll come down to 2619 to retest this level here, or it'll just come right back down the range, 2606. That's what I see. And as you can see, we got wicked down. Look, it's starting to pull down now. The life of a trader, right? Once we get wicked out, it starts to come down, and it is what it is. But yeah, if I'm gonna do anything else, I'll probably wait for the London session tonight and wait for this thing to reflip. And if we get a 4-hour closure back, that's a very strong indication this thing is gonna continue to drive down. If this 4-hour stays above as it is right now and closes above, then yeah, then the next candle, this is what I would do, right? I would wait. If this 4-hour candle closes bullish, let's say it closes exactly how it is here, right? We're gonna range up and down and we get this exact closure, bullish closure above the range. Then I'll wait for the next candle to make a bottom wick, right, to this level, tap here. And then you can either take the wick entry, right, wait for the 4-hour candle to pull down, and when it reaches this area, take the buy right then and there, you know, and put your stops below the previous 4-hour low, or have a buy stop at the break of the previous 4-hour high. That's how we do it. So your entry would be slightly, but right there. So wait for the pullback, right? Once you get the pullback, when it starts reflipping, once it re-breaks the previous 4-hour highs, you get your entry and ride it up. That's it. That's how our candle, that's the strategy I learned. That's how I've been trading for a long time. And it works most times. I would say 85% of the time, that's how I make my money, especially off the 4-hour. So you get a 4-hour close on the breakout, wait for a pullback, a bottom wick on the 4-hour. And again, you can take the wick entry. A lot of times we take the wick entry, but that 4-hour bottom wick can be, you know, 60, 70, 80 pips deep before it flips. Sometimes it's 30 pip pullback and then it rips. So best practice, you know, especially if you're new, what I would recommend is wait for the re-break of the previous 4-hour highs after the bottom wick. If this 4-hour candle closes and the next one opens and it makes a very small to nothing bottom wick and it just flips, re-breaks the highs, let it go. Let it go. Don't jump in. Don't take that trade. It can run up 1,000 pips. Let it go. It's going to reach another level where you can then execute. But if you got your bottom wick and then the flip and the re-break, that's your entry at the break of the previous candle highs. All right, gang, that's what I got for you guys tonight. Yeah, gold can go higher if we close. The 1-hour closed above, but I'm banking on the 1-hour, on the 4-hour, I'm sorry. If this 4-hour right here, if this 4-hour closes above 2634, then we can assume that gold might want to continue going up. But I believe that, again, we already tapped in. See what I was saying to you, how it could have tapped at 2638, like it wicked us out, took us out on our stop loss and pulled down. This thing can still flip. The same strategy, the analysis we had initially can still play out. You know, we just got wicked out. We didn't survive the pullback. So this thing can go up and then reflip. So wait for the 4-hour closure, gang. If this candle closes bearish, then you're ready to take yourselves down. All right. Yeah, selling zone would be, I would say, at the break of this. So anywhere between 2634 and 2633. But I would prefer the break of the current 4-hour lows. That current low, once we reflip and come back and take out those lows, we should continue to drive down. So to me, sells are still in play as long as this 4-hour doesn't close above. But in a case like that, we can't take the entry at this point. Not only did we already take a loss, but we don't want to enter again because this thing could still push up. But keep an eye on this level. All right, gang. Again, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me tonight. For my platform members, we'll be trading the New York session tomorrow, so be ready for that. And Unfortunately, today, took a 40 pip loss. But again, we got our setup and we executed, and didn't play out for us tonight. But it's all good. Again, I'm glad you guys were here asking questions. I'll try to give you as much knowledge as I can, share with you guys what I know and what's worked for me for many years. And like I said, we can come back next week, and we'll get back on the horse next week. And hope everybody has a great night. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button on your way out. And I hope everybody has a great night. Again, remember, keep an eye on this 4-hour candle. If this 4-hour candle flips bearish and closes below, yeah, I will be waiting for sells. Pull back top wick, boom, take your sells down. All right, gang, everybody have a great night. Peace out.